Parker Price Miller and Corey Day will line up side by side in run number 1. Carson Macedo and Brad Sweet, then James McFadden and Buddy Kofoid. Brian Brown and Kerry Madsen, Austin McCarl and Cole Macedo. Scott Boguski and Casey Kane, Kyle Larson and Danny Sams III. Danny Dietrich, Garrett Williamson, then Dason Pursley, Cale Thomas, Jake Buback and Anthony Macri in the 10th row. Cam Martin and Joby Miller. Jason Martin and Kevin Engel to round out your field. 30 laps the distance.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's feature event, 30 laps in distance. As they make their way into turns 3 and 4, it is time to sit back, relax, and enjoy the 29th running of the Sage Fruit Front Row Challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime! Field off and running into turns 1 and 2. Who's going to have the advantage of the outside? Corey Day going to bolt up to the race lead of the 14. Parker Price Miller going to run to the 2nd spot. Brad Sweet running in 3rd. Charge to the inside for the 83. Trying to get by the all-ball Euro alternative. Messiah Valley Transportation number 41. Couldn't make the pass, so line number 1 is Corey Day in command. Challenge to the inside from the law firm.
Parker Price Miller slides up across the nose. He'll take the lead, but here comes Corey Day back around him on the inside. Corey Day takes the lead back. Parker Price Miller stays right there with him. Brad Sweet running in the 3rd spot. Carson Macedo running in the 4th position. James McFadden rounds out your top 5 as teammate Buddy Kofoid. Then it's Brian Brown right behind him.
Brian Brown going to dive to the inside as they work into turns 3 and 4. Battle in front of them as well between the 83 and James McFadden, the 41 and Carson Macedo. Advantage right now to the 83. Looking up front, battle for the 2nd spot. Here comes the 49 of Brad Sweet. Clawing to the inside. Does he have a run to the front stretch? Not quite. Parker Price going to take the bottom side to turns 1 and 2. Brad Sweet going to go to the outside with a run off of turn number 2. The back straightaway closing quickly now. As it got one off of the Speedway, clears the racetrack. We say green.
Brad Sweet still riding in that 3rd spot, not able to overtake Parker Price Miller. He'll try it again this time as they work down the first straightaway. They're side by side at the flag stand. PPM on the bottom. Brad Sweet to the top of the racetrack. Brad Sweet now with a run to the cushion in turn number 2. Parker Price Miller doesn't let up. Sweet by a nose wing. He'll go wheel to wheel into turn number 3. The battle still for the runner-up spot as they work off at turn number 4. Corey Day extending his lead. Now Brad Sweet moves into 2nd.
Tenth of a second as they work into turns 1 and 2 onto the back straightaway. Now into the fold. Here comes the 10 of Scott Boguski. Works by the 41 of Carson Macedo. That'll be the pass for the 5th spot. Keep your eye on the Australian working inside. Macedo working to the outside with a run. Still can't get back by.
Scott Boguski able to hold back Carson Macedo as they work into turn number 2. Kyle Larson behind him in the 7th spot down the back straightaway. Buddy Kofoid. Then it's Brian Brown, Kerry Madsen, and Austin McCarl. But back up front, Corey Day with heavy traffic now as he goes to the top of turn number 2. Lap traffic side by side as they race into turn number 3. Toward the top of 3. Day still has the lead.
Cam Martin stalling in the back straightaway. We'll see if he can make the turn down into the infield to avoid the caution. 2.701 seconds. That was the advantage last time by for your leader, Corey Day. It is 2.368 seconds. So Brad Sweet closing just a little bit of ground here. Parker Price Miller still running in the 3rd spot. Challenge to the outside by James McFadden.
Oh, they get together on the back straightaway, upside down. James McFadden flipping wildly down the back straightaway. Red flag.
Oh, your defending champion. Contact to getting upside down. Red lights come on.
James McFadden getting upside down wildly, but he is climbing out of the car, race fans. James McFadden out of the Roth Motorsports Mobile 1 car number 83 senior.
So the good news, McFadden able to walk away. And I believe here on the FloRacing broadcast, we'll have a replay of what went down on the back straightaway. Again, battle for position off the exit of the 2nd turn. He and the 9P of Parker Price Miller. Oh, looked like he came off the track a little bit.
Yeah.
And shot him down the track. And we'll see if we can get another look at that. Ooh, there was
somebody
another
else
one coming in behind
there
him
too.
Yeah, he was coming down. Parker, he had a run. You see the car charging off of the left rear.
Who was the cars? 2 cars got together right here at the end.
That was the other Roth Motorsports car.
And Kyle Larson.
Yeah. As it's kind of like going down the interstate and all of a sudden they part and there's a car parked there.
Yes.
That's pretty much what you were up against.
So we have another replay coming up here. You can see what happened between Kyle Larson and Buddy Kofoid. So the wreck is happening. Oh, so Buddy was trying to get down the track to not run into James's car sitting there. Kyle slowing down. All right, so take a look at the field as it come by this time. Race fans getting set to go. 8 laps in the books. Corey Day will be the race leader here when we go back to green, as the Craig Ford F-150 will pull in on the back straightaway.
Trying to pick up his 10th overall win of the season. Again, started off up in Tulsa. Prelim night win at the Knoxville Nationals, powered by NOS Energy. RPM Speedway, Red Dirt Raceway. Down at the ditch, Hickory Motor Speedway, I-70, Knoxville, Skagit, Lake Ozark, all sites of victories for Corey Day so far this season. See if he can add Southern Iowa Speedway to the list. Brad Sweet in the 49, the 5-time World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car champion, current points over the Kubota High Limit Sprint Series. Trying to make it win number 8. 12th to 5th last night at the Capitani. Field off at turn number 4, Corey Day. Going to bring it back to life here again. 8 laps in, 30 laps in his house.
Brad Sweet now takes a look at the lead in turn number 2. Corey Day bangs the cushion, but he holds on to the top spot. Now Carson Macedo up into the 3rd position. Here they go, down the back straightaway. Here comes Kyle Larson. He'll look to the outside of Parker Price Miller in turn number 4. Larson to the outside, battle for 4th on the turn number 4. Put Kyle Larson to the 4th spot.
What a restart for Larson. What a restart for Carson Macedo as well. Charge it up to the outside. Now to the inside. Here comes Larson. The Vulcan's brothers, number 57. Going to roll by the all-ball Euro turner to Messina Valley Transportation, number 41. That is the battle for the 3rd spot up front. Corey Day in the 14 leads away. Brad Sweet running in 2nd. Kyle Larson trying to close in. Remember last year, his night ended on lap number 2. Now he is up there challenging in the 57.
Kyle Larson has found some speed here on the restart as he makes his way up into the 3rd spot now. Corey Day continuing to lead. Brad Sweet running 2nd. His brother-in-law Kyle Larson in the 3rd position. He'll set his sights on the Napa 49 as they race into turn number 1. Both cars go to the cushion. Carson Macedo follows him in tow.
Top 5 drivers all run on the high side of the speedway. First driver to break rank is the 9P of Parker Price Miller, who rides in 6. Kofoid, Brown behind them. Now here comes Brown to the inside. Good run on the law firm as they work into turns 3 and 4. Advantage to the Casey's General Store, number 21 on the outside. Here comes Roth Motorsports, number 83. 2-for-1 sail through turns 3 and 4. Clips the coupon. He's got it. He'll take over the 6th spot.
Good battle there. A 3-car battle between Buddy Kofoid, Brian Brown, and Parker Price Miller. Down the back straightaway now. Brian Brown taking a look to the inside of Kofoid in turn number 3. Kofoid to the cushion. Here comes Brian Brown. They're wheel to wheel in turn number 4. Buddy Kofoid with the advantage off the corner. Brian Brown falls back in line. That is the race for the 6th spot.
Kofoid off of the top, now down to the bottom. Tries to protect the line for Brian Brown. Does so to the back straightaway. Brown still right there at his back bumper. See if they switch lines into turns 3 and 4. No, Brown again going to go down to the bottom this time with a good run. Tries to bring it up across the racetrack. Kofoid puts it right between him and the wall and holds on to it.
Brian Brown and Buddy Kofoid putting on a good battle as Brown goes back to the bottom of 1 and 2. Kofoid bangs the cushioning turn number 2 and then we're down the back straightaway. Kerry Madsen watching those two fight it out just ahead of him. But your leader, Corey Day, works traffic into turn number 1. Brad Sweet still running 2nd, and here comes Kyle Larson in 3rd.
Pair of lap cars in front of your leader onto the back straightaway. Corey Day going to go to the outside. The Michael Dutcher Motorsports, number 17. Chasing now. Here comes the 57. Slides up across the racetrack to turns 3 and 4. Fight for the 2nd spot advantage. Will be to Kyle Larson as Danny Sams up in smoke here on the front straightaway.
Corey Day trying to get by the Cale Thomas car, and here comes Kyle Larson. Your race is going to be for the lead into turn number 3. Corey Day has it. Larson to the top of turn number 3. Day on the bottom, side by side for the lead in turn number 4. Kyle Larson looking for the lead, but Corey Day says no at the flag stand.
By a half a car, Corey Day now has to enter to the middle, brings it out to the cushion as the caution lights come on. Danny Sams tried to make it clear from the racing surface. He is down on the apron and brings it to a stop. That will bring the caution lights on.
Oh, boy.
Game on to the front of this one, Tony.
There's a look at Danny Sams at 3rd. He tried to get off the racetrack. He pulled it way in there, but still not a safe spot. So they got to bring out the caution to get him removed from the racetrack. But boy, oh boy, has Kyle Larson found some speed, race fans. So the cone's back out. Corey Day is the leader. Kyle Larson 2nd. Brad Sweet is 3rd. Carson Macedo 4th. Scott Boguski lines up 5th. Buddy Kofoid right there, Brian, with Brian Brown on his heels.
Boy, and Kofoid's had a couple of great runs, especially off the high side of turns 3 and 4. Brown and him have had a great battle going on here. Brown in that 7th spot, Kerry Madsen in 8, Danny Dietrich, Parker Price Miller. Then it's going to be Cole Macedo, Austin McCarroll, Anthony Macri, Garrett Williamson, and Dason Pursley. That is your top 15. As we get ready to go back to green against single file between the cone and the wall here in the restart. The McKay Group start zone off at turn number 4. Larson peels it down to the bottom, trying to get a run using the moisture. Corey Day going to go to the outside. Here comes Kyle Larson looking for the race lead. He's got it into turns 1 and 2. Day going to try to turn back to his inside. Larson and Day charging onto the back straightaway. Into turns 3 and 4. Larson in the 57 rolls low, protects the bottom groove. The 14 goes to the outside, but you'll have a new race leader. Kyle Larson leads at 57.
Kyle Larson will lead Corey Day, who goes back to the top of the racetrack. Brad Sweet has gotten back by Carson Macedo, who took the 3rd spot away from him a lap ago. Macedo back to 4th. Buddy Kofoid running in the 5th spot now. Brian Brown closing in on Scott Boguski into turn number 3. Brown to the bottom of Boguski. He'll slide up the racetrack trying to hold him. He'll get the spot on the exit of turn 4.
Takes the air off of the nose of Scott Boguski. The car kicks sideways to the exit of the 4th turn. In front of them, the 83 trying to work to the inside. Not able to get the run. Kofoid still not able to get by Macedo. Macedo holds on to the 4th spot. Brad Sweet running in 3rd. Corey Day trying everything he can to reel in your race leader 0.8 of a second last time. He's going to take a little bit off, 0.7 of a second. Goes to the outside of the speedway. Corey Day finds some speed onto the back straightaway. Closes several car lengths this time into turns 3 and 4.
Corey Day trying to reel him back in. He goes to the bottom as Larson goes to the cushion in turn number 4. Corey Day trying to find some moisture down low to reel him in. Kyle Larson will pull away just a little bit as they race into turn number 1. Larson through the middle, slides up to the cushion on exit in turn number 2. Corey Day, then Brad Sweet, Carson Macedo, Buddy Kofoid, Boguski, now Parker Price Miller. Here comes Danny Dietrich. He'll get by Brian Brown in turn number 2. Now Brown back by Dietrich.
Brown able to fend off the car to double D as they work into turns 3 and 4. It has been an accordion in the front of this one from 4/10 to a second. Now back to 0.6 of a second. In fact, it is 0.666 the difference last time of the start finish line. Now it is mere car lengths. They work into turns 3 and 4. Corey Day down to the inside. Kyle Larson still works the outside. Day back into his tire tracks around to the front straightaway as we've got 23 laps in the books.
Kyle Larson with his rear bumper pushed down. He bangs the wall in turn number 2. Here comes Corey Day down the back straightaway. He bangs the wall. He climbs the back straightaway fence. Loses 10 car lengths as they race into turn number 3. Corey Day hangs on to the 2nd spot, but he hits the wall hard on the back chute. Kyle Larson continuing to lead Corey Day. They've stretched out between 2nd and 3rd, and Brad Sweet finds himself 3rd.
Takes it back out to a second advantage. Corey Day again. He is slamming the wall every time. That cushion razor thin over turn number 2. Last time it nearly bit him. This time he's able to close the gap on the 57. The KVI HendrickCars.com number 57 is about to have company as they work through slower traffic.
5 to go. If Corey Day wants it, he's going to have to come and get it. Your race is for the lead. Down the back straightaway with their nose to tail for the lead. Kyle Larson has it. He'll go to the top side of turn number 3. Corey Day follows him right through the middle of turn number 4. The lap car right in front of your leader. Off of turn number 4. They're side by side for the lead in the flag stand. 3 wide. Day right through the middle of Larson.
Not able to get the charge that time. Now both drivers into the wall in turn number 2. Both drivers into the walls. The caution lights come on.
Caution flag waves. Unbelievable. 1st and 2nd place into the wall in turn number 2. And the caution comes out.
4 laps remain, and the caution is for Danny Dietrich sitting over in front of the Sage Fruit sign.
Unbelievable.
If you're ever going to have a caution, go your way. 3 wide in traffic, 0.031 was the difference. Larson with the advantage.
Let's roll this back, Brian. A couple laps ago, Corey Day ran down Kyle Larson. He banged the fence
in 2. He did everything but crash.
He climbed the back straightaway fence, lost 5 or 6 car lengths, but then ran him down again, and then they both went right into the outside wall. Here's a replay coming up on FloRacing.
So Dietrich,
right here, he bangs the cushion. He helicopters it there in turn number 2. That's what brought out the caution after this. Oh, and
they were trying to avoid him. That happened so quick, I didn't realize he was sitting there.
So let's bring that back if we can in the truck one more time, guys. That's really important. I think everybody missed that. So Kyle Larson and Corey Day both got into the wall because they were trying to go between Danny Dietrich and the outside retaining wall. Wow.
That's a tough angle to see from where we're at.
Unbelievable. I thought, what a coincidence. Both of those guys hit the fence in the same spot. Here's the replay again. They went 3 wide into the corner. And right there, they both decide they're committed to the top. They got to go around him on the outside. Dietrich's sitting there backwards, and they both climb into the wall. That could have been catastrophic for your first and second place car.
So we'll see what happens here. Larson on the last restart running second. He went down and used the moisture, got out of line from the 14. Now they can do that as long as they go between the cone and the wall here. So we'll see what they do. Larson going to pick up the pace over in the middle of turns 3 and 4. Day going to follow right in his tire tracks. 4-lap shootout for $21,000.
Kyle Larson right through the middle of turn number 2. Corey Day makes a big run on the cushion again down the back chute. Carson Macedo looks to the outside of Brad Sweet for the 3rd spot. Your race for the lead in 3. Here comes Corey Day. He slides up the racetrack. Kyle Larson never lifts. He'll hold on to the top spot.
How did he make his way back by Corey Day? Back up to the cushion over turns 1 and 2. Again, he is pounding the cushion like it owes some money, and this time it's going to collect. It just grabbed a hold of the 14 onto the back straightaway. Kyle Larson with breathing room as they're going to come around this time to 2 to go. White flag coming next time.
Tip of the green, 2 to go as they race out of the flag stand this time. Kyle Larson back on the cushion. Corey Day is running out of time. He'll try to hammer the high side once more down the back straightaway. Corey Day trying to reel in Kyle Larson.
Off into turns 3 and 4. White flag coming this time. Corey Day, if you've got anything left in the tank, you've got to get after it now as they work into turns 1 and 2 on the high side. Closing quickly onto the back straightaway. Will we have a run into turns 3 and 4?
Down the back straightaway for the final time. Kyle Larson goes to the top. Corey Day right on the outside rim. Off of turn number 4. Twin checkers in the air. Here comes Corey Day. He'll come up a little short, and Kyle Larson will win the front row challenge. Corey Day puts on a valiant run and comes home in the 2nd spot, Brian. And 3rd will go to Carson Macedo. Brad Sweet finishes 4th, and Parker Price Miller finishing in the 5th spot. But how about the battle for the lead between Kyle Larson and Corey Day off of turn number 4, and Kyle Larson gets the win. Unbelievable finish. Give this guy a round of applause, race fans. Corey Day put on a good show. He comes up behind Kyle Larson. They bump knuckles right there. Congratulations from Corey Day to Kyle Larson. He's got the big belt. He climbs up on top, the 57, and Kyle Larson will be your 29th Sage Fruit Front Row Challenge champion.
That race with Corey Day, the battle in traffic. Take us through that.
Yeah, he was really good. I seen him obviously before that last caution get to our outside in traffic, so I knew he was blasting the top behind me. I could feel it kind of latching up, so I'm trying to chase it down on entry, and yeah, he was just able to carry a lot of speed. And then the restart, I thought I did a pretty good job through 1 and 2, and I assume he just ran the wall on the restart and got a big run off of 2 and almost cleared me off of 4. So figured I had to change up my entry to 1, and didn't see him again from there, so I think I probably just closed his lane off a little bit. But he's really good when it gets on the wall like that, and it feels great to come from 13th and pass a lot of good drivers and good cars and get another win. I'd like it better if we could start up front, but at least we know we have a good race car come feature time.
Well, the man can win in anything, ladies and gentlemen. One more time, your winner, Kyle Larson.
So Brian will make his way over to Corey Day to talk to our 2nd place finisher.
Corey Day, runner-up finish here tonight. You had a wild race, and from Kyle's perspective, now your perspective on all of that, take us through that battle at the front.
Yeah, I mean, that was crazy. He was, a lot lower than me in 1. It was, starting to lay left rear rubber, and I don't think he was as good on the big curb there was through the middle 1 and 2 as I was. I could, plug up against it really hard. So, yeah, I was trying to run him back down, but I just, I couldn't build my run in 3 and 4, and I needed to be sliding him in 1 and 2, not in 3 and 4, and I was building my run in 1 and 2. So, yeah, I mean, want to be mad at myself for that restart. Just step the right rear over it, and yeah, tires were cold. Thing just didn't take off, and I'm sure he just waited on a little longer and slid me into 1. So want to be mad, but can't. It was a great race.
You guys going to 1 and 2. You've got Danny Dietrich parked right in the middle of the racetrack. Pucker factor 10 on that. Talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, thankfully there was a curb in 1 and 2, and we could both kind of use the wall and get farther away from him than we were. So yeah, that was wild. Definitely rolling down in there at 110 and seeing a parked car backwards at you while you're racing for the lead is a little scary.
All right, runner-up finish here tonight for the driver number 14. Race fans, give him a hand, Corey Day. And a third-place finish here tonight. Driver of the Mesilla Valley Transportation All-Ball Euro Tournament 41. Give him a hand, Carson Macedo. And a couple of back-and-forth battles there in that one. A few times you charged the outside and thought you were going to use the wall there for a second.
Yeah, I just got off to a little bit of a slow start there. I didn't feel like I got going very good early, and then as the race went on, I felt like I got better and better. But Kyle just, he could fire across in 1 and 2 and really stick it and then drive across and make a slider work from a long way back. I didn't realize you could do that until after he did it to me, and then I tried it on Brad, and I feel like you could drive across there pretty stuck, as long as your wing was back a little bit. So I think it was a pretty good run for us. I wish we could have. One day I really want to get that belt. The 410 belt would be awesome to win, but it was a good company tonight. I feel like Corey, was going to be tough from the front row. Obviously Brad, Kyle, I mean, really good drivers, and I feel like we were in the mix and had a lot of good hard battles there. But just a huge thank you to Philip Dietz. I feel like all night our car was pretty spot on. I thought that we made good changes throughout the night, and Adam Zimmerman, Ryan McQuinn did a good job as well. So they worked really hard, and they deserve some good runs. So happy to put it on the podium for them. And just a huge thank you to Dennis Allbaugh, Allbaugh Your Alternative, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Tarleton & Son, Complete Parts and Equipment, Durst Incorporated, Scott Boyd Family, Sander Engineering, High Performance Lubricants, Maxim Chassis, Factory Cane Shocks, Kistler Engines. Man, everybody that's a part of this team, we appreciate every single one of them. And just hope we can get a win for them this week.
Good luck in Knoxville.
Thank you.
All right, rounding out your podium here tonight, again in Lemoore, California, the driver of the number 41, Carson Macedo.
Thanks, Brian. Great job down there. 3 great finishes here tonight. 3 finishers. What a finish we had. Kyle Larson, of course, the winner. Corey Day finishing 2nd. Carson Macedo 3rd. Brad Sweet 4th. And Parker Price Miller 5th. 6th will go to Buddy Kofoid. Anthony Macri 7th. Kerry Madsen 8th. Brian Brown is 9th. Scott Boguski 10th. 11th goes to Dason Pursley. Austin McCarl 12th, Cole Macedo 13th, Garrett Williamson 14th, Cale Thomas 15th, and Jake Buback 16th. 17th is Joby Miller. Danny Dietrich will be scored 18th, Jason Martin 19th, and Danny Sams the 3rd, 20th. Casey Kane 21st, James McFadden 22nd, Cameron Martin 23rd, and Kevin Engel in the 24th spot.